Hi everyone, my name is Vani'Tra Braud. This presentation is for the GRC 605 course at California Intercontinental University. I'm currently a doctorate student there, and this presentation will be on visualizing hypothesis testing. As for the agenda, we'll start by highlighting differences between the null and alternative hypothesis to give some context for the rest of the presentation. We will then review the four visuals and state the null and alternative hypothesis for each with the guidance of our research question, while also taking notice of how each visualization helps to support the answer for that question. We will then move on to the end with some important takeaways from the presentation for both creating a hypothesis test and using the visualizations. At the end, you can ask any questions you may have about the presentation and its information. The null hypothesis is defined as a statement that is set up to be rejected in order to support an alternative hypothesis. In a way, it is a statement that says there's no relationship between two variables. On the other hand, the alternative hypothesis is the opposite. It's a statement expressing a relationship between two variables or indicating the difference between two groups. It is important that we realize the null hypothesis is not always rejected. Statistical tests are ran to help decide if we reject or fail to reject a null hypothesis. Our first visualization is a test for a mean. As you can see from the image, we have a bell curve with the number of defective widgets out of 100 on the x-axis, while the probability of defect is on the y-axis. The research question asks, on average, are the widgets from the Acme widget company defect-free? The null hypothesis will say the average number of defective widgets is 0, meaning that there is no relationship or correlation. The alternative hypothesis will state the opposite, that the average number of defective widgets is not 0. Moving on to visualization number 2, comparing two groups, we can see from the image that we're given two lines, a red and a blue, with the red being minor league and the blue being major league. On the x-axis, we can see that it is for the fraction of the team that has home run hitters, while the y-axis is the number of home runs. Our research question is, does the average major league team have more home run hitters than its corresponding minor league team? The null hypothesis will say that the major league has the same number of home runs as the minor league, meaning there is no difference between the teams. Alternative hypothesis will say that the major league has a different number of home runs than the minor league, meaning there is a difference. We use these visualizations that we're giving to help us determine which hypothesis we're going to go with, but they're only used for helping. They're not a definite answer. Visualization number 3 focuses on efficiency comparison. We have two images here. One image shows a single queue with single servers, while it also showing a single queue with multiple servers. We use these visualizations to see which queue has the better efficiency. From visualizations, we can make our determination, but our research question asks, the efficiency curves of the red and blue lines were recorded. The teams have equal mean efficiencies. Our null hypothesis will say that there is no difference in mean efficiencies between the red and blue teams, while the alternative hypothesis will state that there is a difference in mean efficiencies between the red and blue teams. And this is when we test it to accept or reject the null hypothesis. Visualization number 4 focuses on the correlation test. Here, we are given the p-value or the probability value, and we can see that it is less than the 0.05 significance level, which means that a significant correlation was found. The important question here is, what were the study's null and alternative hypotheses? The null hypothesis is that there is no correlation between the miles per gallon and the weight of the van. The alternative hypothesis is that there is some correlation between the miles per gallon and the weight of the van. Since we know there's a significant correlation, we can reject the null hypothesis and move on to the alternative hypothesis. The visualization here is there to illustrate what our numeric findings could not. and it is also there to help support our decision to reject the null hypothesis. As we move to the end of this presentation, I'd like to highlight some important takeaways. Variations of the research question have different outcomes for the hypotheses, meaning that the research question could be asked in different ways, which would result in different hypotheses. Also, each test should be accompanied by a null and alternative hypothesis to test properly. When using visualizations, the use of visuals only help to reject or accept the hypotheses, which must still be tested. Visualizations illustrate the story that numbers cannot. Alright, well, that brings us to the end of my presentation. I would like to thank you all for taking the time out to watch this. If you have any questions about the presentation itself or just the information, I would be glad to answer your questions. Just leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Thank you.